Welcome to another episode of When You Understand. To kick things off, here are the answers to last week's twists. Did you figure them out? If you didn't watch last week's episode or don't particularly care about the answers, feel free to skip ahead to this week's stories. I've added chapter breaks to the video. But before then, let's check the answers. First, the crouching pregnant woman. A man goes for a walk after lunch and notices a pregnant woman crouching on the ground. He approaches her and asks if she needs help, but she doesn't reply. When he says he'll call an ambulance, she stops and asks him if a police box is nearby. He says there is, and she thanks him and says she'll see him again somewhere else. The man is confused by this, but when he opens his phone, he suddenly understands. So what happened here? The woman wasn't actually pregnant, but a toldima, a person who carries out random attacks on the street. By asking if there was a police box nearby, she was determining whether it was worth attacking the man or not. If she messed up, then he could easily drag her to the police, so she decided it wasn't worth it. When she said she would see him someplace else, she was referring to the news, which the man saw on his phone, of a person dressed up as a pregnant woman attacking passers-by on the street. He was saved because he decided to see if she was okay, and so she took that opportunity to ask him about nearby police, which saved his life. Second, the newly born baby. A newly born baby passes away, but the hospital tries to cover it up. They do so by replacing the baby with a similar-looking one that has been abandoned, thinking the mother will be none the wiser because she hasn't woken up yet. Yet when she sees the baby, she screams, "That isn't my child!" What was going on here? There's only one way the mother could know that it wasn't her child. Because she killed it herself. So, when the nurse brought her baby in, she immediately knew it couldn't be hers because she was the one who committed the evil act. So, how did you fare with these ones? Did you manage to guess both answers? Let me know how you did in the comments below. And now, without further ado, let's head into this week's first story. This one's called Grandpa in the Mountains. An old man hated people, and so he started living alone in the mountains, in a location that cars couldn't reach. In an attempt to ease his grandfather's mind, the man's grandson sent him letters daily. This went on for several months, until suddenly, one day, the letters stopped. The old man had looked forward to the letters every day, so he grew worried that they had suddenly stopped. He went down the mountain to find out what happened, and discovered that his grandson had been killed. The old man was terribly saddened to hear this news, and decided that he would do whatever it took to find the killer. But he already knew who it was. There was only one person it could have been. So, what do you guys think really happened here? Let me know in the comments below. And we have one more story for you this week. This one's called The Game. An old man asked a young man if he would like to play a game. He explained the rules to him thusly. There was a large amount of money inside a box, and if the man could get it open, he could keep the money inside. Yet this box was incredibly durable, and he wouldn't be able to get it open with his bare hands, although there were axes, saws, and other numerous tools nearby. Of course, he was free to use those if he so wanted. There was no time limit either. The man answered that he'd love to take part. There was a chance he could earn some big money, at no risk whatsoever to himself. Then the old man spoke again. Actually, there will be a few hurdles before you get to the box. If you pay me 50,000 yen, then I will start you right next to it. The man smiled and handed over 50,000 yen. The game began. To his surprise, the prize money was right in front of his eyes. But... So what do you think really happened in this week's stories? Leave your answers in the comments below, and then tune in again next week to find out. Until then, stay safe guys, and I'll see you again next time.